Water boiled twice is poisonous? My guess would be it's from the days when kettles, pots themselves were made from metals that would leach into the water, e.g. aluminium. Or those old kettles with the big elements in them were soldered with lead or something. Something that may have been kinda true at some point in time. But the belief has never been updated factoring in stainless steel. I'm assuming, hoping your kettle is stainless steel. Or modern manufacturing standards. In short, if you have a modern safe kettle, boil your water 20 times if you like. You will live. Do the bacteria, viruses and toxins come back to life from the dead like Frankenstein's monster? No. The only origin I could see for this idea is that there might be some danger involved in boiling water twice in some low-quality kettles that might contain harmful metals which are more likely to dissolve with more heat. It can also increase the concentration, but generally not the net amount, of harmful components of the water. If the water quality isn't very good, IAHVE found this when looking around. Maybe it can help you do some research. I am Ukrainian and I know the superstition, and it's not an uncommon one. Older population for some reason. Even my chemistry teacher was repeating that, and she should have known better. It's not poisonous, however. That idea comes from old Soviet research in making heavy water. It was believed that through the series of thermal manipulation you could conceivably transform some of the water into heavy water. It's long established that it's not the case anymore, or at least not on a scale damaging to humans. But older people still seem to be skeptical. This woman is loaded with wives' tales and superstitions. That's all there is to say here. Boiling water twice isn't going to have much of an impact and is perfectly safe. The reason behind that saying is that tap water often has impurities in them, and by continuously reboiling water you will increase the concentration of these impurities. But as long as you don't continuously add water and boil down hundreds or even thousands of liters into a single cup, you should be fine. Apparently this myth is widespread. https://www.snopes.com/fact-check/never-boil-water-twice/. When my ancestors came to Canada from Ukraine, they banned all superstition from the house. Anyone knocked on wood or tossed salt, they were kicked out, always welcomed back the next day. But the point was made. Old world nonsense has no place in the new world. I always found it an interesting choice, when everyone he knew was heavily superstitious. If this were true, England would have a population of about 6 people. Given that you've been doing this for however long and having no issues, you can extrapolate from that. I rinse out my kettle after I use it because I like it to be dry. I don't want to risk it getting moldy or mildewy or having bacteria grow in the warm water. I have no idea how likely it is, but it's easy enough for me to leave my kettle upside down in the drain board when I'm done with it. No, that makes no sense, but I suppose it might be derived from long-standing warm water. If you're boiling water twice, then it's likely that the water has been there for quite some time. If it's been long enough, then there might be some bacteria that can accumulate in the water. Especially if the water has been contaminated with any food or living, dead cells of stuff. I'm sure you were only boiling after a few hours. But some people get really careless and boil after a few days. Or weeks. Thinking, oh yeah, if I boil it then it's safe. So it's like, just make it a habit of boiling fresh water each time so that you don't risk that kind of contamination. I'd say it has some merit to it, but not because of boiling twice. Because of standing warm, room temp water over a long period of time. The only time I can ever remember being told about boiling water multiple times was when we had our first child. Babies are particularly susceptible to sodium, and boiling water increases the sodium concentration. Making formula numerous times a day using reboiled water can be dangerous. This could be where the old wives' tale comes from? No. This is a common myth in Asia too, claiming that boiling water several times will increase the concentrations of minerals in it, because some evaporates, and this will lead to kidney stones or other maladies. Fact. Yes, it will increase the concentration by evaporation, but the concentration is still so minimal that even if 1/2 the water evaporated away, double the concentration, it really would not matter for your health. Unless maybe you have kidney problems. Now there is a qualifier. In the past, some kettles were of very poor quality, and this might have led some metal ions to leach into the water, and that might have been unhealthy if the same water was boiled multiple times. However, today this is not a problem anymore. Do the bacteria, viruses and toxins come back to life from the dead like Frankenstein's monster? No. What is dangerous is heating the water between 40 to 60 Celsius. That would allow bacteria to proliferate. That's how Legionnaire's disease occurred, due to boilers not reaching high enough temperatures. Heating the water above 80 C will probably kill most bacteria, even more so at 100 C, when very few bacteria can survive, and still is not ideal for them to be at that temperature. Reboiling or boiling for long periods of time can cause certain chemical compounds, such as fluoride, to become more concentrated. If you did this consistently, then it could be possible you would consume a otherwise unhealthy level of certain chemicals. So it actually does have some merit apparently. I had a colleague years ago who swore blind that microwaving coffee made it carcinogenic. No idea if that is true, but this could be a theme on that. In England there are 2 faucets, one for hot and one for cold water, and yes, it is from the old days of toxic heavy metals from the hot water heater. I am guessing the same thing here. Materials leach into the hot water that has been sitting for a long time. It is unlikely to be a problem with modern kettles. Other comments already answered, but I just want to say, I'm interested in how superstitions started and the history and science behind them. Like bad luck to walk under ladders? Easy enough. Something could drop on your head. Would your meal be assured with an explanation on why twice boiled kettle water wouldn't be dangerous in a modern appliance? If this were true, I would be dead. And so would most British people. Just saying. It's an old wives' tale prevalent in post-Soviet areas. I have Ukrainians living with me as well, and they are also terrified of this. However, I had to be strict as water wasting levels with them are very high in general. Aside from the discussion on health, it's not efficient to reheat water. Only heat the amount you need in the kettle each time you use it. Using less water each time uses less energy and is quicker.
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. Epic Aircast is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.